بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ألف لام ميم ذلك الكتاب لا ريب فيه هدى للمتقين.
Interpretation of the Holy Quran.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful. With the help of Allah, we begin a brief commentary of Quran. We reach to chapter Nisa, the fourth chapter of Quran, which is revealed in Medina. It has 176 verses. Please listen to verse 143 and 144.
مذبذبين بين ذلك لا إله هؤلاء ولا إله هؤلاء ومن يضلل الله فلن تجد له سبيلا. يا أيها الذين آمنوا لا تتخذوا الكافرين أولياء من دون المؤمنين أتريدون أن تجعلوا لله عليكم سلطانا مبينا.
Wavering between that and these, belonging neither to these nor to those, and whomsoever Allah causes to err, you shall not find a way for him. يا أيها الذين آمنوا لا تتخذوا الكافرين أولياء من دون المؤمنين أتريدون أن تجعلوا لله عليكم سلطانا مبينا. O you who believe, do not take the unbelievers for friends rather than the believers. Do you desire that you should give to Allah a manifest proof against yourself? In a few verses, Allah is talking regarding to hypocrites. And in this verse, Allah is explaining who are these people. Allah says they are مُذَبْذَبِينَ بَيْنَ ذَلِكَ. They cannot decide that they should be from this group or the other. Sometimes they are with disbelievers and they say, we are with you. And sometimes they are with the Muslims and believers and they say, we are believers. La ilaha ula wa la ilaha haula. They are not from this group, believers, and from the other groups which are disbelievers. Then Allah says, وَمَنْ يُضْلِلِ اللَّهِ, and whoever Allah misled him, فَلَنْ تَجِدَ لَهُ سَبِيلًا, you will not, and nobody is able to find a straight path for them. It means sometimes a person will reach to the level that Allah will misguide him. Allah is Hadi, Allah is guiding. How sometimes Allah misguide or mislead? First of all, when we say mislead, it doesn't mean that Allah will do something. No, Allah leaves him alone. Allah doesn't guide. When Allah doesn't guide, it is exactly the same as misguiding or misleading. And what is the reason? It is because of ourselves. When a person insists again and again in committing sin, in disbelieving in God, and other people will guide him, and he knows the truth, still he tries to fulfill his passions and desires. In such a level, we reach to the level that Allah says, the time is over. And now I'm going to leave you alone. This is the meaning of وَمَنْ يُضْلِلِ اللَّهِ, and whoever Allah will mislead, definitely there is no way that such a person will be guided. Then Allah says, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu, O believers, la tattakhidul kafirina awliya. We talked about this in before, that Allah says, O the believer, don't take disbelievers as a leader for yourself or as a guardian for yourself. Allah does not allow that Muslims will take disbelievers as a close friends or guardian for themselves. In verse 139, we talked about it. Allah said, الَّذِينَ يَتَّخِذُونَ الْكَافِرِينَ أَوْلِيَاءَ. Allah talks about hypocrites. Hypocrites are those people who take disbelievers as a guardian and close friends for themselves. And here Allah says, O believers, don't take disbelievers as a guardian or close friends to yourself. مِن دُونِ الْمُؤْمِنِينَ. It means rather than the believers, in a state of believers. You can take believers as a leader for yourself, as a guardian for yourself, as a close friend for yourself. Why have you gone to disbelievers? Then Allah says, أَتُرِيدُونَ أَن تَجْعَلُوا لِلَّهِ عَلَيْكُمْ سُلْطَانًا مُبِينًا. Do you want that in resurrection day Allah will have very manifest proof against you? Very clear proof. And this is the clear proof. You were believers and you knew the truth. Why you have taken disbelievers as a guardian for yourself? And since we don't want such a things, Allah says, stay far from them and don't take them as a friend for yourself. When we look at the Quran, when Allah is talking about hypocrites, Allah says, when they go to disbelievers, sometimes Allah calls these believers as a shayateen, and sometimes Allah says when hypocrites are going to their brothers, it means they are almost the same as each other. For example, Allah says, وَإِذَا خَلَوْا إِلَىٰ شَيَاطِينِهِمْ in chapter Baqarah. Allah says, hypocrites, when they are alone with their shayateens, Allah called their friends or the disbelievers as a shayateen. They are shayateen for hypocrites. In another verse, وَإِذَا خَلَوْا إِلَىٰ شَيَاطِينِهِمْ قَالُوا إِنَّا مَعَكُمْ إِنَّمَا نَحْنُ مُسْتَهْزِئِينَ. At the beginning of chapter Baqarah, when they go to disbelievers, they say, we are with you and we make fun of the believers. Another verse, Allah says, أَلَمْ تَرَ إِلَى الَّذِينَ نَافَقُوا. You didn't see those who are hypocrites and who have become hypocrites. يَقُولُونَ لِإِخْوَانِهِمُ الَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا. They say for their brothers who disbelieve. So we will see that Allah called disbelievers as a brother for hypocrites. From these two verses, we got a few messages. One, Allah criticized those people who cannot decide and they don't take knowledge, they don't go to professional people, to scholars to become strong in their belief. And Allah says, for these people, Allah is the one who causes to err, man yudlilillah. And as a result, فَلَن تَجِدَ لَهُ سَبِيلًا. You shall not find a way for him. It means he will not be guided in any way. يَا أَيُّهَا الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا لَا تَتَّخِذُوا الْكَافِرِينَ أَوْلِيَاءَ. Allah condemns any believer to go to disbelievers and take them as a close friends or guardian for himself. And when Allah says min dunil mu'minin, it means you should not take them as a guardian rather than believers. Allah says you should love the believers and dislike disbelievers. You cannot say, for me it doesn't make a difference. Of course it must make a difference. It is exactly the same to say to believe in God or disbelieve in God doesn't make a different. من دون المؤمنين, it will tell us, when you have a chance, you must try to establish your relation with other religious people, with other believers. Financial relations, spiritual relations, educational relations should be with the religious people. And to take the disbelievers as a upper hand for ourselves is condemned in Islam. Thank you very much for watching. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.